Yeah. 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 It's the daily go get mism show. You think it ain't when it is? You think it won't when it is? We are here and we are in motion. We do this thing, taking off fast lane, no coasting, and everything is gonna be all right. We doing this thing, talking about being dressed to the nines tonight, but having on raggedy drawers, raggedy underwear. Dressed to the nines, but have on raggedy drawers. What y'all know about that? Well, it might not be what you think it is, because on the surface, you might think that I'm talking about, dissing somebody for not matching up the Victoria's Secrets or their Hanes or the Fruit of the Looms or their Fenty. What's her name? Rihanna's clothing line there. Name, isn't it Fenty? Something like that. Fenty. Anyway, that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about when you look good on the outside, when you look really, 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 really great on the outside. You may be dressed really nice, or you may just, be looking really, really healthy, but on the inside you feel like straight crap. You feel like regurgitation. You feel like excrement. You know what I mean? And it happens. It happens to a lot of people when you're going through things in your life. You're going through a rough patch, stressful time, or maybe you've had struggles with self-esteem and self-worth issues all of your life. So although people have tried to reinforce that you are pretty, that you're beautiful, that you're handsome, that you're worthy, that you are that thing, you ain't believe them. You wasn't trying to hear that. Like, nah. No, I'm ugly. And one of the hardest things to deal with is somebody who is beautiful or handsome on the outside. Let me just say, somebody who's really, really exceptionally good looking on the outside, but really doesn't think that much of themselves, and they feel like crap on the inside, or they really don't think too much of themselves at all on the inside, because eventually the way that they feel on the inside will start to affect the outside. You normally dress and present yourself the way that you feel about yourself. So when you start feeling, once it gets to the point where you get tired of putting on the dog, which means fronting a little bit, which means putting on an act, which means pretending. When you stop doing that, when you get tired of doing that on a regular basis, then the real way that you feel will start to manifest itself in your physical form. So that's what we're going to talk about tonight, this May 8th, 2024 on the Daily Go Getimism Show. Speaking of being dressed to the nines, I don't have on my. Let me get dressed. Let me put my. Yeah, there you go. And let me dress. Yeah, let's do this. Here, you put on the necklace. I put on the necklace. I put on the necklace, and then you put on the necklace. I put on the necklace, and you put on the necklace, and we really look good together. We gonna do this thing and make it a little better. Nobody is coming through this thing, no matter the weather. We go through on the sunny days, and if it's raining down crazy like haze, or should I say the hail, it doesn't matter, because we still gonna do this and tell our tales. Everything is gonna be all right. That's how we roll. Everything is in control. I put you on hold if you come through with the crazy stuff, trying to troll all crazy, but I ain't had enough. It's gonna be all right tonight. Everything's gonna be all right. I'm your host, Sun752, Sun752, aka Omar, with the. And if you can't say Omar with the, well, then you just say Omar with the R. This is the Daily Go Getimism Show. I'm feeling like a real man should, and I hope y'all feel like real men and women should also. So tonight on the Daily Go Getimism Show, we are talking about dressed to the nines with raggedy drawers on. Who do you know? Have you ever felt that way yourself? Who do you know is dressed to the nines? You may have had a friend or family member or somebody close to you, somebody that you were able to visualize, who you always saw were fly, 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 fly. Everything name brand, everything really up to date, everything like put together, well coordinated. You know, they had the fashion sense and just the fly sense all the way down. Maybe they were sexy. Maybe they even, some people just have a natural sex appeal. You know how it goes. And they may have really exuded that on the outside. But on the inside, maybe you knew them close enough to know that they were struggling and they were struggling hard. And you know what? And shout out to any and everybody out there that really is struggling hard with their emotions, struggling hard with their sense of self, their self-identity, their self-worth. Shout out to anybody who is going through that. There's help for you. And we're going to start the night dressed to the nines with Raggedy drawers on. What's good? How y'all feeling, man? Everything good? Let me see. Let me shout out my people. I see y'all coming on through. Dumpster Juice. What up, Dumpster Juice? I don't know if you're still here, but if you are, thanks for coming through. And Corbin, hold on. Let me make sure I'm getting it right. Corbin Dallas says, what up, nincompoop? I'll take that. That's what's up. And FMG 1217 says, hi, what up? And what was that? GGD? 200,000 chump change. Just bought a used Ferrari for like groceries, for like a groceries card. Okay, that's cool. Man, look at you. Look at you. And 4149 coming through. It's a 2018 Ferrari F8 Spider fast chump change. I don't know nothing about this. You know, yeah. I'm not in this conversation, but so you're pretty. Okay, hold on. Says you're pretty beautiful and worthy. I don't know if you're talking to me, or if you're qualified to say that. So I'm just chill. All right, money makes you forget emotions. No, it doesn't. It would be nice if money really did make you forget emotions. But do you know how many millionaires commit suicide on an annual basis? I mean, some of the high profile people that you know, they didn't have money problems, financial problems, but they still committed suicide recently. You know? I mean, yeah, I wish, it's a funny thing because people who don't have money really think that money will be the panacea. It will be the utopia. It will be the fix all. It will be the duct tape for everything else that's going on in your life. But once you pay your bills, you realize that paying your bills ain't half the battle. That ain't half the battle. The real war wages inside of you. The real war wages inside of you. And if you can't get the inside of you right, then the outside of you is going to suffer. Everything around you. You know, if you grew up in a religious situation, you probably were taught that heaven is in the sky and there's pie in the sky and the streets are paved with gold and this land of milk and honey and all of this old crazy stuff that really you would get in the world. So it's kind of weird. But you also may have been taught that hell is down below and it's a dark place and there's nothing but fire and brimstone, and if you were bad or you were a really terrible sinner, then you would just burn for all eternity. But I don't think that's what hell is, and I don't think that's what heaven is. As far as I'm concerned, heaven is when you get what you want consistently. Heaven is when you get what you want consistently. And hell is when you cannot get what you want or need consistently. What's more hellish than needing something and not being able to get it? So if you are in a really cold place and you need heat and you can't get it, that's hell. If it's a dark place and you need light and you can't get it, that's hell. If you need love, and many people suffer from this, if you need love, you are in search of love and you've never been able to get it, yeah, that's hell. You know, you don't have to have fire and all that old spooky stuff. You know, listen, All I'm saying is that that's my perspective. And let me do a little disclaimer. The views expressed by the host are not necessarily the views expressed or felt by the movement. This is the movement. Urban Therapy with Son. Damn, I keep forgetting to change the sign because this is the Daily Go Getimism show, but it's all good. It's all love, baby. All right. Aaliyah Gomez, what up? How you feeling, Senorita Gomez? And GGD says, people who say money is not important don't know how it feels to be really rich. And people who are really rich sometimes don't know how it feels to really, really be important. You know, you can buy people, yeah. But what you can't do is buy your health, and you can't buy your physical health or your mental health. You can buy some add-ons, you know, some surgery and things like that. But think about it. Think about the mindset of people who have to get surgery. Come on now. I mean, really, have you ever really thought about it? Like, yeah, I'm rich enough to buy a new set of titties or a fat ass. Yeah, you have enough money, but you fucked up in the head. Like, if you were really so proud to be rich, your money would speak for itself. Like, I don't need a fat ass and little bit titties. I got this money. I got this money. I would never say money isn't important. Shit. I love having a lot of cash, especially on hand. I like having fat pockets. I'm old school. I don't like money in the bank. I mean, I like money in the bank, but I like money on my person. Big fat knots and shit like that. Yeah, I'm old school. But, yeah, it don't fix everything. It just doesn't. You know what I mean? Like, let's see. The dude from Lincoln Park. Remember, David Carradine. No, that wasn't David Carradine. What was it? Robert? One of them Carradine brothers. Money ain't a thing. Robin Williams. Plenty of entertainers have committed suicide. And it sure wasn't because they were broke. So, with all that money and access and even fame for them, what would make them end their lives like that? What would make them do it? Okay. Okay. All right. Aaliyah says, it's Aaliyah, the girl who always had boyfriend problems. Oh, I remember you. I never forget you. What up, Natasha Younger? Thanks for coming through. Appreciate you. And Rack Paints says, damn, looks like snakes. No, they don't. All right. No Longer Afraid says, hum. Okay, cool. And Ganja King B says, this dude in his bones. That's right, baby. That's right. Every night you come through here, you gonna see the bones. We rock bones over here. But at least you recognize them as being bones. So you've been paying attention. That's what's up. No Longer Afraid says, let's gizzo. All right, we are giz on. And Marcus says, take that cheap ass necklace off. No, put a necklace on you. I've already put a necklace on you. You ain't see it? Here, this one is for you. Everybody gets a necklace around me. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? I got you, my dude. I got you. Everybody wears a necklace around here. And No Longer Afraid says, personality speaks volumes. It does. Brandon Helton says, just a daily reminder that Jesus loves you so much. Salute. And Rack Paint says, yeah, people be wearing items. Okay, that's what's up. Farron B says, cow bones. That's right. That's right, man. You know what I mean? Thanks to, listen, man. Thanks to all of y'all and any of y'all who have given me the time of day coming through here, checking out this material. We got some hot shit for y'all tonight. We talking about how you look real good on the outside. You might be feeling like shit on the inside. Now, we're going to see what we can do about it. Because there are things that you can do about it. And we're going to go through that tonight. Tonight, we are giving out the fishing pole. Fuck the fish. We are not feeding you tonight. Tonight, we're going to show you, or at least try to show you how to live on your own, how to make it on your own, how to be able to survive if you don't have anybody else to pull you up. We're going to try to show you how to pull yourself up. That's what we getting into tonight. And this movement has always been about that anyway. So let's get it popping. All right. Iverson AI. Okay. Dumpster Juice says, you're looking buff. Man, thanks. The real problem is that these shirts that they make nowadays, they make skinny shirts, skinny jeans, skinny suits. Skinny suits. Skinny suits. I work in a hospital. Do you know they have skinny scrubs? They do. I worked at a stadium before. They had skinny dickies. You know Dickies. You know, like the khaki suits, the ones that like the khaki suits that the gangsters would wear on the West Coast, and the colorful ones that we wore in Philly. I don't know if they ever wore them in New York. The Dickies, the brand Dickies. They have skinny Dickies. Well, I refuse to go skinny. I'm too big to be skinny. It's all good, man. It's all love. So I might look bigger or buffer than I appear, because I got to work on this gut, man. This gut. I ought to be ashamed of myself. I really do. I ought to be ashamed of myself, but I'm gonna work on it. I swear to God. Summer. I got like a month and a half, about 6 weeks. I'm telling you. It all starts here. Colon Ream, baby. Colon Ream, it all starts here. And this will actually help us to feel better on the inside, while we dress to the nines on the outside. Yeah, get it popping. All right. Peasant says, I'm a man, but if the home was in dire need, I could be a side chick. Like, it's only gay if it feels gay. I don't know if that helps, but that's just my 2 cents. For anybody who needed to hear that, boom, you have it. There you have it. Y'all be giving me some shit. I mean, this show is this shit is wild. Marcus says, I'm struggling to come. I don't know. I ain't fucking with that. All right. Oh, Dumpster Juice says he's still here. Good looking. And Beta Soy Boy says seashells and full buttons. Oh, seashells. Oh, these aren't seashells. These are cow bones. Cow bones. Cow bones. These aren't seashells. No. Okay, and I like to button my shirt all the way up. I do. I mean, I could unbutton it. All right, fuck it. I'll unbutton it. It looks all right unbuttoned. Okay. All right. See, you influence me. You know what I mean? Don't do that again. All right. Okay. No. Wait. Hold on. I gotta get the. Okay. It's sometimes hard to read the words because I see myself and I'm like reading it off of my shirt. It's hard. All right. No. Ackler says, what are you selling, bro? I'm not selling anything. I don't sell anything. All right. Marcus says, I just spent my last bit of money on a Switch. A Nintendo Switch? Is it good? You got games? Rock Paint says, my cousin wears high heels and don't make a dime on welfare. Okay. Yeah, welfare. I'm good. And Beta Soy Boy says, son, you remember blowing me in the bathroom gas station? Listen, if you can find any situation in life that involves me in an intimate situation with a man, well, you go ahead, because you're going to be a while. I'm 53 years old. It's going to take you at least that long to even present one shred of evidence. You out of your fucking mind. We promote heterosexuality in this movement. No disrespect to anybody who goes that way. I will say fuck the LGBTQ because I don't fuck with that organization or whatever. But we promote healthy sexual behavior, healthy intimate behavior. If that offends you, that we promote heterosexuality on in this movement or on this show, you are invited to leave. I'm not dissing nobody, but we don't get down like that. So, I understand y'all troll and y'all want to talk about gay shit, whatever, because, y'all have a need for attention. Nobody ever showed you love. Y'all have to whack off every night because you don't get no ass. I mean, I understand. I can't relate, but I understand. I do. I do. I do. You probably blind from all that masturbation or you got hairy palms. I know. I know. I have friends. I was a teenager once. So, but around here, you're never going to hear anything except for healthy male and female relationships. That's how we get down over here. You don't like it? We can talk about it, but you're not changing it. We're not crossing over. You can do and love what they say, love has no gender. You're right. But it has a place. It has a place. And this place is for heterosexuality. I don't really give a fuck if you like it or not. That's the way it is. Okay. So. All right. So. All right. All right. Peasant says, listen, yo, sometimes you just gotta take one for the team and get slammed. Oh, fuck all that. I don't even believe I started reading that shit. All right. I just spent my last bit of money on a Switch. I'm saying, are you saying Nintendo Switch? All right. Okay, listen, let's get started. You know what I mean? Some of these comments aren't worth reading. All right, but I do want to say what up, Scammer Skull and Mr. Pothead and a cat named Scamper. Thanks for coming through, and my man Mr. Jags. What's up, man? What's going on? And Ancient Chill. He says that's a killer necklace. Appreciate that, my dude. But you have on one too. I gave you one. You know what I mean? I gave you one. I gave you one. I wear two. Y'all wear one. I got another one coming. I had to get it repaired. But y'all good. You're good. So whenever you come to this show, you can rock one too. He says, well, cat named Scamper says, this is the most important. Time is most important. Money is great when you are in no debt to anything such as car, house, etc. Also, family values, health, fitness, but all require time. I agree with that. I do. And all right. Mark. Wait a minute. Hold on. Is that Mark Antonio? Mark Antonio Ramirez. You like the necklace? I appreciate that. And Charles Lockwood said, I want to hook. Chill. Morgan L. Fay. Happy Wednesday. What the hell? What the hell? Thank you. Thanks for the promotion, Dumpster Juice. Let's get the 20 likes. Let's do that. Please hit the like button, share the show, subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet. All right. Okay. All right, let's get into this. Damn, y'all got a lot of comments. I can't read them all anyway. But listen, if I haven't read your name, read your comment or shouted you out, charge it to my head, not my heart. But we have to get this thing popping. We already almost a half an hour in, and we're talking about being dressed to the nines, but having on raggedy drawers. Now, we're not talking about physically, having on raggedy drawers. We're basically talking about how you can be dressed or looking so good, so healthy, so pretty, so handsome, so well turned out, so well put together on the outside, while on the inside you may be feeling stress, fear, worry, depression, sorrow. And sometimes you're the only one who knows. Just like if you really did have on raggedy underwear, nobody would know unless they saw you undressed. They wouldn't know. And sometimes that's your little secret. But you know, like if you know how your mom, I don't know about all of y'all, but mothers back in the day used to always tell their sons to wear clean underwear. Make sure that you wear clean underwear and good underwear, because if you ever get into an accident, they're going to cut your pants off, and they don't want it. You don't want to make it seem like you some raggedy, Raggedy Ann and Andy. They don't want you to. They didn't want you to look like you just looking good on the outside and a bum on the inside. Well, it was actually a true concept. It was a real concept. When you really think about it, underneath, just like your thoughts are underneath, nobody really knows what you're thinking except for yourself. Nobody knows. So if you don't share that with people, they may get the impression, just based on assumptions or by the energy that you may be giving out, they may think that you're okay. A lot of people will hang out, get high, smoke, drink, sniff, shoot, whatever, and look like they have themselves together. But think about it. If somebody gets high every day, drinks every day, sniffs every day, shoots every day, pops pills every day, if they do that every day, they're trying to escape something, more than likely. Evidently, something is going on in their lives that's hard for them to deal with, so they want to stay in a state of inebriation all the time. And sometimes we look at it like they just like to party. They just like to get high. They just like to, cool out after working all day or whatever the case is. But a lot of times it's deeper than that. So just like the holes in your underwear, the dirty underwear, the raggedy underwear that you have under your really, really good, nice, expensive looking clothes, you have a secret of the way that you feel underneath the facade of looking like, yeah, you got it going on. You probably have a pocket full of money, a bunch of money on your cards, your whatever is sitting in your driveway has a lot of valves under the engine, maybe some really, really good wheels on it. Material wise, you may have everything that people would want, but the things that other people may have easily, you may not have at all. For example, I remember years ago, picture it, 1992. I was 21 years old. I wasn't 22 yet. I would have been 22 that summer. Here me and 20 other students are jumping on a plane to head to Amsterdam. We were going to Amsterdam because we were taking our internship in Holland, the Netherlands. And we were going to be there for about 6 weeks. So my mom and my people drove me to the airport. I live in Philly. The plane took off in Newark, New Jersey. So we had to drive up to Newark, put me on a plane. They fortified me with everything that I needed. Hugged me, loved me, told me make sure I call right, whatever I had to do. They showed a lot of love. My man that was going with me. Now I went to Penn State. There's a small black community at Penn State. 40,000 students at the time, and there were only about 1,500 black students. So we were a really serious minority, but we had enough black students to sort of make up what a small HBCU would have, and that's how we carried ourselves. But anyway, his friends dropped him off in Newark, not his parents, not anyone blood related close to him. When I came back, now remember this is 1992. When I came back, my parents were waiting for me. My mom, and not my biological dad, but my stepdad. My stepdad, who loved me just like a son, and I loved him just like a father, and I also loved my father, and my father loved me, and all that kind of stuff. So I had two full fathers. So I didn't grow up like the average black man. I had two full-time, loving, caring, responsible, real king fathers. Two. Most of my friends had none. But anyway, so I told my mom, when I get off the plane, this is what I want. I want some fried chicken, because they didn't have that overseas. And I want a 40 ounce of malt liquor, because that's what we drank back then and all that kind of shit. So what did my mom do? She brought my chicken. She brought my 40 ounce. And I drunk this shit all the way home. And when I got off the plane, they were so happy to see me, like, oh, we're so glad you home, and it's hugs and kisses and blah, blah. And my friend was looking like, I didn't even notice. I didn't even notice that he was looking or caring or anything like that. But later on, he told me, he said, man, I was so envious of you when you got dropped off and when you came back home. He was like, my parents didn't come and get me. I had to get my friends that I grew up with to come and get me. So even though they're my good friends and, they love me and all that kind of stuff, it's different when you have a home life like that, when you have parents like that, when you have parents who really, really love you. I wasn't a baby. I was 21 years old, about to be 22. I didn't live at home. I haven't lived at home since I was 18 years old. So, I'm not comparing myself to him, but he had enough money. He wasn't broke. He didn't come from a poor family. He came from a good middle class family, just like I did. They had money. They had access. He didn't suffer for anything. But what he did suffer from was not being able to have the love, attention, and appreciation of his blood-related family. The money that they had didn't repair that. It actually probably exacerbated the situation and made it worse. And I felt bad for him, because he told me that once we got back to school and all of that kind of stuff, he told me, he was like, man, I was looking at y'all. He told me, he said, oh, you don't know what you have. And I was like, damn. I really didn't. I really took that kind of stuff for granted. So you can find yourself in situations like that where, and he was a good dresser, and he always, seemed like he was made of Teflon, nothing really stuck to him. Like he didn't seem to be the type that got stressed out or really panicked about anything or anything like that. That's how he appeared. But underneath or under his clothing, he had on raggedy underwear. He had on raggedy drawers. Not the physical raggedy drawers, just in case you coming in here late, but he had the proverbial raggedy drawers on. And I felt for him. I really did. So, there are other situations that you may be aware of that are similar to this, or you may have gone through this yourself, whereas it felt like you had on raggedy drawers under some really, really fly wares. You know what I'm saying? So that's what we're talking about tonight, y'all. So what do y'all think? What do y'all think? Evidently, we have some people in here. Eat the Cake says, I got HIV in Amsterdam. No, the fuck you didn't. That's where you're not going to get it, because they test. And back then, that was deep in the crack era and in the AIDS era. we would be on the buses and trains and shit and see them banging heroin right there. You sitting next to somebody, you just chilling. Next thing you know, they pull out a needle, and you're like, what the? Yeah, that's how it goes down, because they didn't prosecute. They didn't believe in prosecuting drug users. They considered drug users to be sick. So they made sure that they had fresh needles, so they weren't sharing needles, so they didn't spread HIV, and they made sure that they could actually get the drugs. They was like, look, I know that this model is not what the rest of the world wants to do, because the rest of the world wants to prosecute, but what they were doing was actually working, and that's why we were there anyway. Eat the Cake says, still go down like that here in Boston. What goes down like that? I've been to Boston a couple of times. What does it go? How does it go down in Boston? In Boston. Oh man. Archer Elliott says, not that good. We had to put my dog down today. Rest in peace, Princess. Yes, rest in peace, Princess. You know what I mean? Shout out to all the pet owners. And much condolences to you. Really, Archer. All right. But yeah, you know, if you've ever had a bout with depression or been really, really stressed out, or you just really, really know what it's like to be in a bad funk for a while, I mean, you may not consider it to be depression or whatever, but a professional may look at it a little bit differently. If you suffer from like anxiety attacks and stuff like that, it's all forms of depression. We don't like to own the label, and I understand why, because it makes us look bad or weak. Let me tell you something: you're not weak ever for feeling the way you feel or experiencing the things that you experience. You can't control that. You can control some of the things that you do, but you may not be able to control your responses to it, or your mental or emotional responses to it. You may not be able to control how you feel about it. You said, why is bro so buff? I'm telling you, I'm not that buff. And in case y'all think so, I'm not that tall. I'm not like a big dude. I'm 5'10". I stand 5 feet 10 inches. I'm not a 6 foot guy. I weigh about, I don't even want to tell y'all how much I weigh now, man. I mean, about 230. I hope I'm down 230, because I might have went up. Shit been bad lately. I gotta get back on my shit. That's why I'm drinking my shit. That's why I'm getting back on my shit. The Sage Bear says, why do Americans like Europe so much? I mean, we could ask the same thing. Why do Europeans like America so much and the rest of the world? I think Americans like places in Europe because a lot of the governments in Europe are similar to the United States, but they are more free. They're more liberal with a lot of their laws, and they seem to be more understanding. And certain places in Europe are not so fixated on the money all the time. In the United States, every law is tied to a dollar amount. Every single law, every bill, every policy, the whole government. Of course, governments worldwide are all about money, but damn, at least in some places that you go outside of the United States, they are not trying to price gouge you in everything that they do. Here, that's all the fuck they do. So yeah, we have everything here, but guess what? We have to pay for everything we have. And our capitalism is off the fucking chain. It's ridiculous. It really is. So that's why we may like Europe. I mean, I've known some people who didn't like Europe. I don't know why. I mean, Europe on the map is only about this big. The European countries are only the sizes of our states. Okay. Let me see. Eat the Cake says Europe has history. America don't have much. Yes, it does. We just don't know the American history that we have. Yeah, they suppressed a lot of it. I mean, and those were Europeans who suppressed it, threw it away, burned. Europeans have been known to burn libraries and kill off historians and get rid of books and scriptures and scripts. They've been known to start from here. Like King James version of the Bible and shit like that. Yeah, America has a lot of history, but you won't learn it in our public school system, private school system either. We don't do that. Okay. Zendo, wait a minute. Zenobi Ya says Europe and America are hand in hand. I agree with that. And he says, I think the question is, why are colonizers so into Africa? Shit, you know why? You know what's under the soil in Africa? Shit. You know why? Hmm. The question maybe should be, what can we do to get the colonizers out of Africa? Because even Africans won't push them out. That's a good question. All right. Eat the Cake says Europe has been settled for thousands of years, is what I meant. Oh, I mean, I understand what you mean, but they lie about a lot of their history, man. They really do. You know, they say that history is written by the victor. So they've gone places and they've been victorious, and they've changed a lot of their shit too. You know, when I took American history, when I took world history in high school, social studies and all that kind of shit, in middle school, junior high, and all that, yeah, I got a totally different perspective than when I took history in college. Totally different. It's like, wait a minute. Yeah. In high school, you learn names and dates. In college, they teach you about people and events. Like this shit. This is how this person really worked. I mean, really was. That's why a lot of students in high school don't like history, because they're teaching you a bunch of bullshit. Cro-Magnon man, and all. Nobody give a fuck. Like, what was Hitler really like? That's what we want to know. Like, what did he eat? You know what I'm saying? Like, what kind of women did he like? What did his friends think about him? Once you start learning that kind of history, it's like, oh. So you saying he would do a backflip for a can of mackerel? Not mackerel, herring. All right. Yep, you're right. Everything I learned in history as a kid, I learned is just about all BS. Yep. CCS. What's going on? She says college level education goes into the how and why, not the when and where. Exactly. It's a whole different. And man, now we're in the information age. We don't even need college for real. I mean, as far as history is concerned, we don't have to go to college. Now you really learn the truth that even in college they wasn't teaching. For example, a lot of Americans think that our entry into World War II was about either one of two things: either Pearl Harbor, the bombing of Pearl Harbor, or the killing of Jews in Germany. Neither one of those had anything to do with Americans. First of all, nobody in Europe gave a shit about the Jews, and that's just a fact. How do you think they got Israel? It was a compensation. It was basically it was basically an action like, all right, how do we get these motherfuckers out of Europe and pay restitution? We'll give them something we don't even own. Israel in Palestine. We'll make that shit theirs, and then that'll be their problem, and we'll have them out of Europe. That's how they felt about the Jews. Nobody gave a shit about what Hitler was doing to the Jews, and that's just a fact. But once he started invading other countries in Europe, they was like, now hold the fuck up. We don't give a shit what you do in your own shit. But you ain't coming over. You already invaded England and France, and now you coming up to Russia? Russia said, oh, hell no. And then Pearl Harbor shit was a setup by the United States. And they have no business putting those sailors out there for what? For what? So it makes you question 9/11. Anyway, let's go. So, dressed to the nines, but have on raggedy underwear. Let me ask y'all something. When you're feeling bad about something, when you're feeling low, when you're feeling feelings of low self-worth, or feelings of fear, or sadness, sorrow, or when you're in a funk, what do you do? What is your technique for trying to get yourself up out of that situation? Now you may be the type of person that expresses when you are down, and you may be the type of person that doesn't like to talk about that sort of thing. So maybe you play like the party guy, or the one that is indifferent to everything, and like just impervious to bad feelings or any type of feelings at all. Maybe you're not the type of person that really likes to express how you feel when you're feeling bad. So what do you do? I mean, a lot of people self-medicate. Like I said, substance abuse. Some people engage in reckless behavior. Sometimes suicidal behavior, like driving your car, like maybe buying a fast car because you have access to be able to have a nice car, like maybe buy a BMW, Audi, Porsche, if you can buy like a really, really high-end sports vehicle outside of a muscle car, American muscle car. Maybe you can afford like a Lamborghini or Ferrari or something like that. But maybe you drive really, really fast to get like a little thrill, because maybe that makes you feel a little bit better. But maybe you're driving at those high speeds because you are secretly hoping that one day something does go wrong and you won't have to be credited for ending it by your own volition. People do it, like skydiving and shit. Like, I'm gonna do something so dangerous so many times that I know one of these times it's gonna come back to get me. But maybe the thrill of doing it makes you feel better, and maybe that's your escape, or maybe that's your remedy, or maybe that's your solution. Let me see. Oh, CCS says Hitler was a fiend. You can watch videos of him tweaking. Yeah, most people who have done heinous crimes like that were all on drugs. Like Jim Jones with the Guyana, the 1,000 people, well, 900 people, drinking the cyanide laced Kool-Aid. That's where they got you drank the Kool-Aid from. That's where that came from. But yeah, he was on drugs, high as hell, all the time. Wait a minute. Eat the Cake says, how you gonna sail across the ocean and see people already there and then get credit for discovering America? The Vikings discovered it before Columbus, and they had seen people already here. That's true. Well, now you're telling the truth. But the thing is, what they haven't told the truth about with that is that the people that they saw were not the so-called Native Americans. Columbus, first of all, Columbus has never stepped foot on North American soil. I want y'all to understand that, if you didn't know that. He has never been to North America. So the place where we call the United States, he's never been here. I'm not even sure if he'd ever been to Mexico, but he's absolutely never been from Florida up, ever. Never stepped foot on it. So all of these Columbus avenues and boulevards and streets and all of that, the Plymouth Rock that he so-called hit wasn't in North America. But he wrote back to King Ferdinand and Queen Isabella that there were black people here when he got here. Not Indians, not Native Americans. He said black people, and he was telling the truth. You know there are ancient pyramids in South America. They have some in Mexico. They have some in... listen, man. And they're more intricate. They have steps and shit. Anyway. All right. All right. All right. Okay. Mike Avery. What up? Hold on. Natasha Younger says, I go to open mics and read poetry and sing. I see myself going into dark... If I see myself going into a dark place, I take all the curtains down and wash all the linen, redecorate, and start over. That sounds good. That sounds therapeutic. You know what a lot of people do to really stave off really bad, stressful situations? They garden. Gardening has been proven to really, really reduce stress. And also having animals, pets. Like people who have dogs and cats, you know, because dogs and cats constantly are happy that you're around. Every day you come home, they're happy to see you. It's hard to get that in a human being. It really is. So, James Brinkman says he got rid of that middle of the mall. Oh God, this motherfucker here. You did trick me into reading that bullshit. All right, CCS says self-destructive behavior can manifest itself in your behavior subconsciously when you're depressed. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Fan says beads look awesome. I appreciate that. Mike Avery says, how can you tell if you're in a cult when your leader tries to convince you you should be the only one sleeping with your wife? Ain't that some shit? That he should be the only one. Ain't that some shit? Yo, son. Please explain it to me. But it's been done time and time again. That David Koresh shit in Waco, Texas. You know, man. CCS says, how do you deal with the shame of treating yourself poorly for a long time and then finally becoming better? You're stuck with the guilt and shame. Wow. You should have been here last night, CC. Or were you? Well, I think you were here Monday. Yeah. Because last night we were talking about your punishment for moving on. Your punishment for moving on. You should check it out. Okay. No, I got you. Eat the cake. Good info. Good info. Juicy Jumbo says, hello from Tennessee. What up, Tennessee? What part? Mike Avery says, there's no guilt or shame in this life. It's only a learning experience. Interesting. Eat the cake says, people lacking on the Sumerians and what they accomplished. The Sumerians, the Aztecs, the Maroons, the Olmecs, the Moors, and the Moors. Like I'm talking Muurs. I used to know because me and my dad used to do a show, and we had 22 ancient tribes, American tribes, black tribes. We are the real Native Americans. I said that to some so-called Native Americans. They was mad at me. I'm like, oh, listen, man. Kicked me out of their group and everything. I'm like, all right, well, I mean, I wasn't trying to dish. CC says, I need a pet. That's what's up. Okay, wait a minute. Zenobi Yah says, there's a book you can read about that It's called America is the True Old World by Amin Hotep Chavez El Bey. Good info. Good info. All right. Oh, we got some aboriginals in here. That's what I'm talking about. All right. Natasha says depression starts in the gut. And this is why I try to drink this kind of shit. When they used to say, or when we used to hear, you are what you eat, I don't think we really understood what they were saying. You know, in the last 10 years, I didn't know that the only true foods, the things that are listed as real food, are vegetables, produce, fruits and vegetables, because it's about the nutrients that food carries. So if you're eating something that doesn't really have any nutrients, how can you call it food? So your body only asks for what it needs. But when you constantly keep giving it the opposite of what it's asking for, because you don't understand what it's asking for, because you haven't been taught or conditioned to know. Like when you have a craving for something sweet or something bitter or something sour or something salty or whatever flavor you can think of, that is an organ in your body asking for nutrition. It never gets it wrong, but we get it wrong because we don't know what they mean by it. So when it's asking for something sweet, it's probably asking for like some fruits or maybe even some vegetables like a tomato. But we give it cake, juice, sugar, basically. Sugar, and now high fructose corn syrup. That's what we do to satisfy our craving. So your organs keep asking for nutrition, and we keep giving it the opposite of nutrition, and that's why eventually the organs start to malfunction because it can't function correctly without proper nutrition. And your brain is an organ. So when your brain is asking for nutrition and you constantly don't give it nutrition, guess what happens? It starts to suffer, and it starts to try to draw from somewhere else that is getting nutrition, so you can get it, and it can't find it there. So now it's not functioning well. It's like a car engine that doesn't have any gas. I mean, you know how we talk about is running off the fumes. Well, it will actually run off the fumes for a while, but you know you're in a state of disarray and total breakdown by the time you're running off of fumes. So yeah, we put a bunch of food, so-called food, in our bodies, but it's not doing anything for us. And we wonder how come we're depressed, and we wonder how come we're sick, and we wonder how come we don't feel well, and we wonder how come we're confused, and we wonder how come it's hard for us to concentrate and learn and advance. It all starts here. We wonder why our kids are out there acting crazy violent, and why they have this compulsion to gravitate towards violent situations or all of this freak shit that's going on out here. When my naturopathic practitioner, one of them, when they told me that if you change the nutrition, these kids would stop tripping on each other, I was like, are you out of your fucking mind? I'm looking for a social remedy. Like, you know, we need to talk to them. We need to give them activities. We need to give them opportunities and stuff like that. And yeah, we do need to do that. But it starts at the grassroots. We have to fix the inside before we can fix the outside. In other words, we got to fix those holy, nasty, raggedy, feces soaked and feces and urine soaked drawers that's under those, I don't know, true religion jeans that they wearing. I don't know if people still wear true religion jeans, but you know, whatever. We gotta fix the inside, and then on the outside they'll start to come alive. Psychology, it deals with the inside. It don't deal with your outside. It deals with the way you feel. It deals with how you think. It deals with how you process information. That's what it deals with. And psychology will be a lot easier if you give yourself a nutritional chance. So thanks for that. Thanks a million for that, Natasha. And oh yeah, the Mayans. They say that the Mayans weren't extinct. They were taken up into another dimension. You getting deep. I like this shit. I didn't know. Okay. That's what I'm talking about. I didn't know if it was safe to talk about. Okay. I want to salute. Yo, let me give you cowbell. I did not know. Oh shit. We got real consciousness in the building. Oh shit. I thought once I started coming on late, we lost all that flavor. Oh, ew. Oh my goodness. I'll drink to that. Woo. It's about to be on now. Son of Soweto, you back. Good to see you, my G. Thanks for coming through. All right. Let them be mad. All right. Son of Soweto says, are we talking about food? Real food? Yeah, kinda. And Lavish says, damn, bro, you a beast. Oh, well, I'm hoping to be able to take that as a compliment. Other than that, that means that I prey on, I eat animals raw with the blood as the seasoning. I don't want to tear flesh with my. I want to tear live flesh away. You know what I'm saying? I want to do that. Mike Avery, thanks for coming back, Mike. He says, yes, there are some African tribes from ancient times in the Olmecs, but there are also some Asian tribes too. Definitely. But when we talk about who made it over here first, see, y'all have to, for those of y'all who don't know, Pangea was when all of the continents and land masses were one big landmass. Through evolution, they broke apart. That's why if you take all of the continents of the world, if you put them together, you see that they kind of fit with each other. So when we talk about Africa being the origin of man, that may be true. And it may not exactly be the kind of truth that we are talking about. Because we're not talking about the continent of Africa. It just may have been that was the origin of man when all of the continents were together. Could have been before the world was populated. We talking about millions of years ago. All right. He says, and then you have to ensure that what you are eating is consistent with the chemical reactions of each other. Absolutely. Mike Avery. Okay, Zenobi says, Mike Avery, Asians were black. Yeah. And Asia is the only country, the only continent that has never changed its name. Never. So Asia has always been Asia. Europe has not always been Europe. And Africa has not always been Africa. And that's why Africans pay homage to their own individual country. Like, worldwide Africa. That sounds good to American blacks, but okay. CC says, being a person is so much work. How do people do this? Wow. Says, can I just be a bird? Just don't try to fly and we be good. Son of Soweto says, there are no African tribes. We are nations. Right. All blind. He says, damn, I'm eating ice cream right now. Listen, man, you can treat yourself, you know, just don't overdo it. The thing is, the things, the foods that we should be eating so little of are the things that we're eating the most of. Man, I think I know I had a back and forth with somebody on the show last week about eating meat. And they were like, yo, we human beings were designed to eat meat. And I'm like, no, we weren't. Look at our teeth. Look at our teeth. We don't have fangs. We don't have the jaw strength. The animals that eat meat eat it raw. They eat the flesh while the animal is still alive. The blood is the seasoning. Human beings, we have to cook food. Because if we ate the raw food, we would not survive. I mean, what more do we need to know? You know? Because I remember last week, I went to the Bible and I showed where, you know, it kind of says in the book of Genesis how we were supposed to be vegetarians. And, well, it's suggested. It doesn't straight up say it, but it's suggested. And I don't remember anywhere in any holy book where it says cook the food. But probably in every holy book, probably has something to say about plants, produce. Probably. Eat the cake says, what in the F is high fructose corn syrup? Actually, like how is it even made, and what was wrong with cane sugar? You know what was wrong with it? It wasn't killing us fast enough. And it wasn't addictive enough. So they made something that was way more toxic and extremely much more addictive. Because it's about that money. Money. That's right, double cowbells. He says, my ears are effed. That's what's up, man. And I apologize. Let's see. Booty Cat says, I'm going to cast a poop curse on you. Please, no. Luther Frost says, beast wearing eyeliner. Oh, God. Here we go with this shit. Eyeliner. Let me ask y'all. I'm be honest. Does it look like do I look like the kind of man that would wear eyeliner? Be honest. I mean, if I look like the kind of man that would do that, just let me know. But I can guarantee you, I would never do no fuck shit like that. Look, boom, boom. My lashes are real. Blink, 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 blink. I don't wear shit. I would never. I don't even wear lotion. Swear to God, look at these ashy ass hands. Look at that shit. I don't even wear lotion. I don't need to, because I sweat. You know what I mean? Face is kind of oily. I don't know, man. I don't wear no damn eyeliner. I wouldn't do that shit. I was an extra in the movie, and I wouldn't even wear makeup on set. I was like, I'm an extra. They ain't gonna see me. I'm not going to makeup. Wouldn't go. Still, it was in the movie, though. Your dad. What up, your dad? Eyeliner. Fuck out of here. Oh, man. Make sure y'all hit the like button, y'all. Make sure that y'all share the show. Make sure that you subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet. This is the Daily Go Getimism Show. I'm your host, Sun752, and we are talking about Dressed to the Nines with Raggedy draws on. Raggedy draws on. We're talking about how you can look so good on the outside but feel so bad on the inside, and we're going over techniques of how you can fix it. And one of the best ways to be able to stave off really bad feelings and emotions. We went over nutrition, eating the right foods, and we should also add in supplements to that, like herbal supplements. Like in here, besides the vegetables that are in here, I also put turmeric in here. It's great for inflammation. I have chlorella in here, and I also have echinacea in there. Great for the immune system. I put black seed. They didn't have any black seed. They've been lunching on my black seed. I also use this oregano oil, the organic shit. You see this? Get that to the camera. You just put a few drops under your tongue of this. And you be good. It say 4 drops. You could do 4, you could do 8. Whatever you can afford, because as you can see, the bottle is kind of small. But I discovered this when COVID was popping, because this shit here is like a natural antibiotic for real. That shit not only helps you to heal and overcome illnesses, but it also helps your immune system. Like, nah, we ain't COVID my ass. I have not had COVID. I've been exposed to COVID many times, but it never got me and it never took mine. I'm glad that I didn't lose nobody close, but I lost a few online. Yeah, and it makes me feel bad when their birthday comes up and I see RIP. But I'm glad that it happened to somebody else away from me and didn't happen to me. And me and mine, because we always shine. But I know that everybody has their time. And when the time comes, we going to have to submit to it, son. And I ain't really the one right now. I weigh a ton. As far as the fun that I'm going to have, I'm make sure that I maximize and get mine. But when the time comes for me to close my eyes for the last time, you're going to say the sun always shine. I'm going to bring the joy. I'm going to bring the knowledge. I'm going to bring live you laughs. I'm going to bring you to college. I'm going to bring all the things that you never thought that you could have. Make sure that I chill with my piece up on the ad. All right, let's go. Let's go. All right. Nate Martin says, wrong on the Asia thing. Russians are Asian by the continent as well as India. You need geography class. No. I know that Russia is in Asia. I know that. And guess what? Guess what else is in Asia? Iraq, Afghanistan. It's funny. It's funny how in the United States, all the Oriental Asians are what we say are Asians. I'm like, India has 1.3 billion people in it. Yet nobody refers to Indians when they say Asian. It's political. It's political and it's all bullshit. For real. There are certain so-called Asian countries that aren't on the continent of Asia. Like Japan. Japan is not on the continent of Asia. It's out there on the water. Taiwan also. Thailand. There's certain, they ain't on the continent. It's just not. I think the Philippines, are they on the continent of Asia? No, China is. Let me see. Oh, what the fuck am I doing? All right, let me look it up. Let me. I've done this many times. Map of Asia. Asia. All right, let's go. Make sure that I have the all right, let's go. Okay. So no, that's not enough countries. I don't like that. Let me get a different one. Close that bullshit out. Hold on. this one good? We good. Levels is levels. Levels is good. Levels is good. Levels is good. No. I don't like that one either. Okay, wait a minute. Is that all right? They're not clear enough. What the hell are we doing? Okay. Yeah, the Philippines are definitely not on the continent. Japan is not. Indonesia is not. Okay, Vietnam is. Wait a minute. Taiwan isn't. I said Thailand. I might have been wrong about that. Malaysia isn't. Now it's funny. Okay, so the other countries that are in Asia, like Iran, Kazakhstan, Mongolia, India, big as shit. How do you? I need it bigger. Uzbekistan, man, Pakistan definitely is. All of these are in Asia, so we don't think about these other countries when we think about Asia. But it's time. It's time we pick up a map. So we have relatives that may have fought in Desert Storm, may have fought in Afghanistan and Iraq, and here we are like not even knowing that it's in Asia. So when they came out with the Asian Defense Act or Asian Protection Act, and you like, and so the Pakistanis not protected under that shit. Only the chinks. It's political. And it's bullshit. CC says, have y'all ever had alien encounters? I haven't. But I do believe in life on other planets. Okay. All right. So, all right. Oh shit. We gotta get out of here. An hour and 18. What the hell? Shit. What I was trying to go into. Yeah, I can't read the rest of these comments. I gotta get on body. I gotta go to work tomorrow. All right. What I was trying to go into was that diet and exercise. Sweat, man. You know what I mean? You know, if you don't like to lose weight, if you don't like to lift weights, don't lift them. If you don't like to run, don't run. But find an exercise that you like and do it to death until you start to appreciate another exercise. That's what I used to tell people all the time. Back in the day when I was way more fit and I used to do personal training, I would tell people, okay, well, listen, we're going to do the exercises that you like to do. You don't like to do push-ups? We're not doing push-ups. You like to do push-ups? We're going to do push-ups, and we're going to do a whole hell of a lot of them. We're going to do push-ups till you don't want to do push-ups no more. You like to do jumping jacks? We're going to do jumping jacks until you don't want to do them no more. You like to do crunches? You like to do sit-ups? You like to do burpees? Whatever you like to do, we're going to go to that, because when you don't have to talk yourself into exercising, that's when you'll keep doing it. When it's like, oh man, it's leg day. I don't feel like, I hate leg day. You're going to stop doing them. That's why people start those exercise regimens and all of those resolutions at the beginning of the year, and they back to doing what they was doing regularly by March or April, because they haven't really thought this thing out. Do what you like to do, but do it until you are tired and sweaty and feeling good, because that will help you later on. So all that exercising, regardless of how long you do it, because some people might be able to go for an hour, some people might only be able to go 15 minutes. Make that 15 minutes count. Actually, the 15 minutes might benefit you more than the ones that did it for an hour, honestly, because your body likes those short bursts, and it works with, and your metabolism loves that shit. It loves the short bursts. It loves when when it has to get used to really tough activity and burn those calories fast. So hold on, Alora. Hold on. You moving a little funny here. No, stop. Don't fuck up the chat. You fuck up the chat. Yo, if you keep doing that, then I'm just gonna have to put you in timeout. I'm gonna get you on up out of here. Cut it out. I have no restrictions on what you can say in here, but I don't want you fucking up people's ability to communicate with each other. I'm not having that. So as long as you don't do that, we all right. Okay. Crispy Bacon says, find something you enjoy doing, exercising. That's how I found climbing mountains. I like to hike. Climbing mountains, hiking, because you explore, you find things, and you're out there with nature, which actually helps you to increase your oxygen level. It's good shit. It's good shit. You want to do exercises that will actually help you, or that you will look forward to doing. And once you do those things enough, then you'll be looking for some other shit to do. But as long as you are burning calories, increasing endorphins, hey man, and you eating better, yo, you're gonna get what you need, and you're gonna stave off all those negative ass thoughts that you've been having. I want to thank y'all for participating in the show. Y'all been a big help. I learned a lot. I learned a lot about y'all tonight, and I love what I learned. Okay, Laura says I'm too immature. I can't take anything seriously. That's okay, as long as you don't fuck it up for everybody else that wants to take it seriously. I don't care. Mike Avery says, although they are saying that the Olmecs might have made their own boats, they were able to make it from Africa around 30 to 40,000 years ago. Well, interesting. Yeah, and then I got to do these birthday shout outs and get the fuck on out of here. It's funny that you bring up the whole thing about boats, because, they try to say that black people came here from Africa on boats by the millions. And I'm like, do you know how long a voyage on a sailboat takes from Africa, to get from Africa to the shores of North or South America? You know how long that shit takes? On a sailboat, a wind-powered boat. They didn't have electricity. They didn't have motors. This shit took like 2 months, man. And they talking about we was packed in there like sardines. Well, where are all the slave ships that brought us over here? Because they haven't come up with any. Where are the slave ships? Where they at? You talk about the Mayflower and all of that. We have replicas of those. Where the slave ships at? I mean, those were money ships, right? Where they at? Nah, and don't start talking about no Amistad and none of that shit. Nah. That shit didn't even make it here. Remember? They escaped. Where are the slave ships? Where are they? So you talking about we were packed in the belly of these so-called ships, because they didn't have a such thing as ships. They had boats. The first ships were made in the 1800s. We were already here. Mike Avery says there's evidence in Wisconsin of all places that the native people have been here a lot longer. Yep. Okay, let's go. Let's do these birthday shout outs and get on up out of here. We have some birthday shout outs to do. Some people were born on this glorious May 8th, and they deserve to be acknowledged. So let's go about our business of acknowledgement. acknowledging them and making them feel special because they are special because they are special because they are S-P-E-C-I-A-L. Look at the R-E-S-P-E-C-T. They are S-P-E-C-I-A-L. Look at the R-E-S-P-E-C-T. They are S-P-E-C-I-A-L. Look at the R-E-S-P-E-C-T. They get number one out the box. Cherie Uniquely Me Singleton, happy birthday to you. And also to Kia Wilson, happy birthday to you. And also my girl CC Jennings, happy birthday to you. Turning 38 years old today. And Tiffany Blackgrove, happy birthday to you. And Bertha Peters, happy birthday to you. And my girl Tez Hunter, happy birthday to you. And Vanessa Marshall Desir, happy birthday to you. And Kim Clark, happy birthday to you. And last but not least, my cuz from Milwaukee, Wisconsin. My girl Yolanda Neal. I want to say happy birthday to all of y'all. And I hope that today finds you all a good health, happiness, mind, body, soul, and spirit. And that goes out to each and every person out there born on this glorious May 8th, anywhere out there in the world. Worldwide, internationally, and universally. All of y'all go ahead and turn up. But don't turn up too loud. Just turn up loud enough so everybody can hear you. Rock out, rock on and do the damn thing. Rock out, rock on and do the damn rock out. Rock on and do the damn thing. You do your thing, y'all. Represent the queens and kings. You do your thing, y'all. Represent the queens and kings. Good things happen to those who wait. Great things happen to those who grind, and anything can happen to those who go for theirs. So go hard, go for yours, and remember, man, listen. Yeah, you might be looking really great on the outside. You may have spent a lot of time trying to make sure that you put on the facade of being okay, feeling okay, and doing okay. But you know how it goes. Sometimes people dress really well and they just lost their job. Sometimes people show out and act like they're having fun and they're worried about somebody that's home sick or hurt, or maybe they just laid somebody down to rest for the rest of their lives. They went home. You know, we all have a lot of shit going on in our lives. Sometimes we have feelings of inadequacy. Sometimes we have feelings of ineptitude. Sometimes we just don't feel as good as we would like to feel. And sometimes those things can go on for a long time, even though on the outside we looking great and nobody knows. They don't know because we ain't saying nothing. But that's just like having holy underwear, stinky underwear, dirty underwear. Nobody knows what's going on underneath unless they see it, unless they undress you. So the undressing of bad feelings is when you purge yourself or when you talk to somebody. Get help, man. If you have a best friend, then utilize your best friend. If you're calling somebody your best friend, but you can't talk to them about what's really going on with you and have them help you, then that's not your best friend. They can be a friend, but your best friend should be the one that helps you dig yourself out of the muck and mire, the one that relieves you and helps you and rescues you from depression, from undue, unnecessary, stressful situations, from fear, from anxiety, from hurt. Well, that's all I have to say about that. Peace to all my day ones, my everydays, and my brand news. I love y'all to death. Resuscitate y'all. I love y'all right back to life. We will be back tomorrow night at 1 a.m. Eastern Standard Time with another Daily Go Getterism show. And I want to thank y'all tonight for real, for real. I did not know the things that I could let loose this time of night. I didn't know y'all was down. I'm glad that y'all down. Now y'all gonna see some shit. We gonna start opening up the box. It's about to be. Since we can talk about the real Native Americans and real American history, it's about to be. Since we can talk about the things that really matter, not the bullshit political stuff, scatter. Know that we gonna make a change. Change is gonna be real good. We rearrange. Appreciate y'all, man. Listen, I got to get out of here. Please hit the like button. Please share the show. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet. I see y'all tomorrow night. I holla back. Peace. Oh, wait. Take my shit off. Take my shit off. Take y'all shit off. Okay. All right. Love is love, baby. Salute. Peace.